Hey guys, Bluebird Crypto back with another video, and I've only just realised that are these supposed to have screws in them? I'm guessing not. Today we are going to be looking at current profitability and if it's all going to be worth it. So currently I'm not selling anything that I get from crypto mining, and we're currently mining Quai. Not too sure how much longer we're going to do that. I think at the moment Ergo is probably the safest coin to mine, which is profitable. Ergo's not using too much power compared to this, and my other GPUs at the moment are currently not working. The rigs that I've got for them are basically dying because I think they're quite old. I think I need to replace some parts. So this is currently my KS2 Lite. These are not profitable. I think they're not profitable for anything under 5p a kilowatt. This heats up the house. This is currently my kitchen, so this is basically just heating, and it's also really quiet, so I've actually not got many complaints about this. It's done really well over the winter in terms of just heating the place up and not really been too worried about profitability, but we will talk about how much it earns with my current strategy. These are currently the 6 KS0 Pros that I've got. That's got pretty close to breaking even on profit, but I didn't sell, so the profit's gone back down because obviously Casper's gone down, but I'm confident that it will go back up. But yeah, these are also nice at heating. It just acts like a little radiator, to be fair. So this keeps the upstairs nice and warm. One by itself would probably make a room a few degrees higher, but when you've got 6, it does act like a nice little radiator. So that is all good. These turn on between 12 and 7 every day at a rate of 0.67p per kilowatt. Same with the KS2 Lite downstairs. If we look outside, this is currently what it looks like in the skies today, which, if you don't know, that's what solar panels like. So the solar panels do their bit when the sun's out. I've also charged my battery up, so if the clouds come in, I don't start using power from the grid. I basically got the whole day. When it's like this, if there's a few clouds, I could probably use about 5 kilowatt of power, and that will get me through the sunny parts of the day. So usually between like 10 and 4, I'd probably still have charge in the battery, and I'd also be using the solar panels for most of that. Really good at the moment. Switch to the next drive tariff. So instead of using the Agile rates, which can go negative or go really high, we are currently at 0.67p per kilowatt, and I think it's like 25 point something p out of the cheap rates, which is between 12 and 7. So yeah, currently my electricity rate for anything that I use is basically 0.67p or less. There's sometimes a very short period of time when electricity rates go higher at the end of the day, just before midnight, when the battery dies or just completely runs out because it's used a full cycle. Crypto market is down at the moment, but I could say that I am probably the most profitable in terms of what I can do to be profitable that I've ever been. So this is the battery that I've got. I've got 3 of these, and there's the control module. We're on 75% at the moment, and we can also see this is what we're doing at the moment. So 2.4 kilowatts from the solar panels, currently using 3.1 kilowatts. Time is currently 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So if I wanted to preserve the battery a little bit more, I'd have to probably turn the rig off maybe about 3 o'clock, and then the base load of the house, when I'm not mining anything, will charge the battery up so I can get to midnight with no real issue. My current issue that I've got is expanding. If I expand too much, then I am going to be draining the batteries, because my solar panels can only use a maximum of 3.6 kilowatts, and I think the most that I've ever got out of them is probably about 3.4 kilowatts of energy. So the Octominer, using a Kapow algorithm, is using about 2.3 kilowatt, and then obviously the KS2 Lite uses 500 watts. Then the 6 KS0 Pros upstairs use 600 watts, so that's already taken us to 3.4 kilowatts, which 3.4 is what I would get basically at the height of summer, and we are just getting into spring now, so I'm pretty much capped in terms of what I can mine with. So I will be able to mine with everything at that 0.67p rate. The only issue is, instead of having everything on in the day that I can. It will be a case of selecting what's the most profitable thing that I can have on, or if I'm using heating for the house, what is in the house that I can use for heating instead. I'm just giving you a bit of an insight into my actual setup, what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and if it's going to be worth it down the line. Like I said, I hold all my crypto, so everything is in a nice position. If it ever goes up massively, I will benefit from that instead of just selling it every day for a few p. All right, so current setup. We've got this connected up to a KD6 to heat up the other side there. There's your little sneak peek of what's in there. Can't really see anything. And so this is my Antminer S9J. This is currently profitable at about maybe 2 or 3p a kilowatt. I will put the profitability right here. Boom. And yeah, I can't get to that rate. So the plan for this is to solo mine along with my Avalon Nano 3, which is on that side, just constantly on. But that side of the shed's quite cool, so it's happy to mine it there at full hash on the high hash rate. So we solo mine with this between midnight and 7. This one, I think that we've got either a motherboard or processor issue, because I could change everything else out and it's still not working. And this one, I'm pretty sure we are getting a power supply that is dying, but I can turn it on and it does work, but it's not connecting up like it used to, and it's just slowly getting more and more issues. So I think I need a new setup for it. This is all pre-Ethereum stuff and I haven't changed anything out. And also something that I have noticed, which I'm not too sure how it got there, is there is rust. And it only seems to be on that spot. If there's rust there, I don't know where else it could be. I might try and see if I can find any more. I can't see anything. Oh wait. I've just realised. What is that? That's rust on the board. Maybe it's to do with the rust on the board then. Hot dog. Hot dog indeed. It's so dusty. I need to blow these out really bad. So yeah, this does spin up. This was mining Quai as well, but it was losing its reliability. So these graphics cards, 6600 XTs, what are they? MSI Radeon? I want to say Radeon. I'm not 100% certain, but these 6600 XTs have been with me since before Ethereum. These are the first graphics cards I got for mining, and they have not gone wrong at all. The only thing that isn't great, this one stopped mining, so something's not right already, but this, I had to put some tape on here to kind of strap the housing down a bit more to stop it from vibrating. That is the only thing that I complain about for these cards, but they have been absolute troopers, and I think that they have made their money back and more from Ethereum. I got these because the price of electricity was super high when I first started mining, and I didn't really take into consideration the cost of electricity because I was new to mining. Yeah, I just knew that these were the most efficient cards that you can sort of get. They were good at mining, but they also didn't use a lot of energy. So got a load of those. I feel like I should get some more down the line, but we'll see how that goes. So we're going to make the most of this sound meter and show you how loud the S9J is when you turn it on. Alright, so let's see what it's like before. Okay, I think that's the minimum that it goes to, but 36.7 decibels. And let's whack it on. We need to do some changes with this because this is intermittently turning on and off throughout the night. Don't know if I want to spend money on saving this because it makes such a little amount. It might be worth getting a slightly better Bitcoin miner. I do want to focus on getting a good Bitcoin miner that is profitable. I want to get a good Litecoin miner or Dogecoin mix merge miner. I also want to get more graphics cards. So that's currently where I'm at, what I want to do. high-pitched whine that is so loud. So this is running at, I think, 60% fan speed. Some numbers for you guys. And we need to turn this on. And I think what I'm going to try doing first, I'm going to change how aggressive it is in terms of mining. So it's currently using about 1.4 kilowatts. I think I'm going to drop that down to a kilowatt and see if it's any more reliable, and then we will go from there. But yeah, I really don't want to be spending money on fixing this because it is so unprofitable. But yeah, so the reason I don't mine this as pool mining and get a loss is because if I use this combined with the Avalon Nano 3, there's a chance that I can hit a block, and the chance goes up a lot more if I use this, and I'm happy to pay the difference on whatever I use for that. 7 hours of 0.67p per kilowatt per day is this number, and yeah, that really doesn't bother me too much. Alright, so we have changed the power target to a kilowatt. So we will be solar mining on this. Hopefully that gives us a bit more chance of hitting a block. And yeah, let's go to the computer. We'll look at some numbers on what I'm mining and how much it's got us so far. Alright guys, so I haven't actually looked at the price of any crypto today, apart from when I was editing this, and I knew that it had gone down below like 80,000, but I just had a look whilst I was putting it all together, and what a pleasant surprise. But it's kind of like fake dopamine, like we're all buzzing that it's gone up, but it's actually just sort of corrected that massive dump that it had throughout the week. So yeah, very cool, very happy with this. It was a nice little hit. So I'm going to go through what I've managed to mine out of things and just give you a bit more information on what I got and how it's going. This is the 6KS0 Pros. I got one, I think it was the second month it came out, and then I got 5 more in December of the year that it came out. And currently I've got just over 12,000 Casper from the KS0 Pros, 1,130 I think. So yeah, that's very cool. I got my KS2 Lite. That one has currently mined just under 1,000 Casper, which nets me under $100 as of right now. Yeah, so got a long way to go with the KS2. Need to get some big Casper price appreciation in order to get any real gains out of that one. But the KS0 Pros, they were profitable for a long time, and I've definitely got my money's worth out of them if Casper goes back up. Looking at the Casper hash rate, it went up massively June, July, August, September time. Looked like it wasn't ever going to stop, but realistically since January it's kind of slowly been falling off, which is actually like a nice sign, so I'm quite happy with that. It does make me a little bit nervous though. I feel like we haven't had a big boy Casper miner come out in a little while. If we do, and this starts inclining at a similar rate to this, we are all going to be even more in trouble. So I'm kind of hoping that they're holding off whilst the prices are low, and then when the prices boom, if they release more, then it's not as bad because everything's inflated, so we're not losing as much. Profitability for the KS2 Lite on my electricity rate that I will be paying, which is, I keep saying 0.067p, but it's 6.7p per kilowatt. So daily I lose 23p, and yearly that's £85.53. Yearly doesn't really matter because it's going to fluctuate. It's probably going to get worse every month. But yeah, monthly pay about lose about £7, which isn't too much of a problem for me because I'm using this as heating as well. This is actually a really good heater for a room. I would say that if you needed something and you don't want to use an actual heater, this kind of thing would be good, but obviously you've got the upfront cost of how much a miner is. So comparing it to a heater, bang on, but massive upfront price and risk in terms of if you want to consider it a profitable investment. And then we've got Quai. So I've been mining Quai since it released. It's just over 100, and which would make that like $1.70. after a few weeks of mining. Also, whilst I was editing this video, I thought I will get back onto Ergo, which is kind of the coin that I would dabble in between coins that I'm trying to mine as much of. So currently at the moment I've mined 12 Ergo. I will be getting back on this one because if we look at hashrate.no, this is down as 0.07p, and this is in GBP because it won't let me go any more decimal places. With 8 GPUs, I can profitably mine Ergo, and you might be thinking that's 8 3070 Ti's and you are making what, 2p, and this is also per day. So the profitability margin is tiny right now, but consider the fact that we are in a weird moment where things are dropping, but we're also in a bull run. So I'm kind of banking on a big explosion in price action. Don't know if it's going to happen, but that's what I'm hoping for. So these kind of moments where I'm only just hitting profits, it doesn't bother. I'm more about the accumulation than the actual live prices, because it would only be a problem if I sold every single day, but I don't do that. All right, and then we go to the Bitcoin Cash side of things. So with the Avalon Nano 3, which was the first sort of Bitcoin miner that I ever got, that just stays on all day, doesn't matter what. But then we've got the S9J that we run for those 7 hours, and yeah, as you can see, it lasts for a good 2 hours and then falls off a little bit, gets back on, falls off a little bit, and then if you look at the hash rate, it doesn't stay on there. That's when I've had to go on it this afternoon. So yeah, I'm hoping that dropping the power down stabilizes it a bit, but might be a lost cause. Yeah, looking at profitability as of ASIC miner value, my profitability is a little bit better because Brains OS is a little bit more efficient than this. So I actually get about 16 terahash or 16.5 terahash at 1,400. So it's a little bit better, but it gives you a good idea of how much I'm probably losing, which is basically a third of £1.56. If we did hit a block currently with Bitcoin Cash, we would make $1,058 worth of Bitcoin Cash, which it would be a nice little payout, especially considering the price of the Avalon Nano. And I'm just trying to bump the chance up a little bit by using the S9J. Really enjoying this pump. Like I said, it's not really a pump. It's just getting us back to where we were before. If you've got any questions or anything about my setup or anything about a setup that you want to set up, I need to stop saying setup, then drop it in the comments, get in the Discord, ask any questions. We're all friendly there. I'll see you guys in the next one.